Oh yeah, I can
Bulletin.
see your user tag coming in. All right, here I am. I'll just go up to the top of the...
Oh yes, there you are. I can see you jumping around in the middle there.
Yeah, it should be a... Oh, we'll start at the ground there.
Oh well, there we go. Super Kevin.
Oh yeah, this is just how I roll. When you build things this big, you kind of need to not hit the ground a lot. So
yeah,
pretty much, I'm just a superhero now. Yeah. So have a wander around. Feel free to ask questions.
So I did pop in just quickly after work, and I noticed that there's a lot of these signs with arrows pointing in the different directions.
Yes. So they all
the...
give a different output depending on which way the arrow is pointing.
Oh,
So
right.
don't change the arrows is the short answer of it.
So it's not specifically for arrows. It could be anything, and that's just your reference.
Yes. Hold on, I'm just resetting. Oh, okay. Olivia's not working. Sorry, I was just trying to watch a movie, and she's like, "It's not working." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." But she's like, "But the British Bake Off's on, so it's okay." Okay.
Oh, well,
yes. So that's a reference point. So, so as you come down, like the big long kind of row of things, they are all one increment further along.
Oh, okay.
You can sort of see. So if you put an item frame and a comparator in behind it, it will output a signal based on what the input is from the arrow or from the item frame, based on 1 to 8. And so all of these look for this sort of line that I'm on here at the moment. It measures the signal that comes along this big line, and when it matches the arrow, when it matches the signal it gets, it pushes the piston across to connect the circuit. So the stronger the signal, the more pistons that get pushed across, and therefore the signal goes all the way along here to the end and back when you want the maximum timing. This is a timing circuit, basically a very long timing circuit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what this is. Like I said, this could probably be made more compact. I don't really know. This is what I came up with. And it works, and it gives me exactly what I want. Over this side, so all of these, so this middle run that comes right down the middle is exactly the same as the outside run.
Yes.
So it looks for the input of the arrow. When it matches, it deactivates both torches.
Okay, yes.
So I've already got one deactivated because of the signal, and then when this one matches, it comes in and it deactivates the other signal. And as a result, it then activates the signal above it, which pushes the piston in further up, which connects the circuit.
I see. So it's
a bit hard to see because I covered most of it in, but if you go out this way, you'll see those pistons. So if I turn one of the circuits, turn one of the selector switches, the piston, there's 8 of them in each of the, well, one in each of these little bays, will shoot up, connecting the circuit, basically. You probably can't jump up there to see, but basically there's a redstone circuit that runs on top of here, and it goes to this block with just the regular torch on it. And it can't go across, can't jump the gap. But when the piston goes up, it puts a block, and it can power the block, and the block basically works as a bridge.
Oh, I see. Yes.
And therefore, it will push the next piston, which turns on the droppers. And the length of time is governed by that first big circuit.
By the first circuit, right?
Yeah. All of these runs that we're standing on at the moment is just comparator outputs from the hopper, high, low, basically. So if it's got an output, the light's on. If it's not, just to say if it's high or if it's low.
Right.
So it's a stock level control.
And all of this is just because you've got far too much stuff and you want to just stand
I've got far too much phone. Yeah. Back under here, there is a number of little circuits that are all up through here that basically control this weird one that I'm jumping on now. This one here is the one that turns the system, goes all the way back over here. So it loops around, the whole water stream loops around, and then it runs over these sort of chests above me. And at the moment, if I throw an item in it, it would go all the way around the water stream and end up in that bottom chest.
Oh, okay.
But if the circuit's connected, it turns these hoppers so the items will run over it. So it runs over it for a set amount of time, which is 4 minutes. Sorry, no, it's not. It's 4.5 minutes after the last item is spit into the water stream. It'll continue to lock it, so the items will run around the whole system, but after about 5.5 minutes they despawn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it takes a minute for the item to run around the whole water stream.
Right.
So I stop the circuit timing, and then the item still has enough time to make, if it's the very last item and it hasn't been picked up by a hopper, it still has enough time to complete the circuit, run back over this hopper, and will get picked up by the chest, so I won't lose an item.
Oh, okay. So,
and this will be a room once this is fully decorated. This will be a room which will have basically a bunch of chests in it, and this will be the unsorted category.
Right.
So if we go up into the actual farm itself, well, not farm, storage facility, just up by this scaffolding at the moment.
You've been building far too many things, haven't you?
Yeah.
Storage input chest, shulker box collection point. Very nice.
Yeah, that's all in. So
see, all of this is new since I had a look around it last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put signs on it to make it a little bit more clearer for myself.
Right.
But basically, was the input panel there?
No. All this was just basically
all completely new.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So the arrows up here, these ones you can touch. Basically, depending on which stack you want, and it will
that's
change.
Cool, and it lights up.
Yeah, how many you need. So 4 stacks, 5 stacks, and then you select on the lower arrow, which is down here, which item you'd like to have outputted. So you'll hear pistons click in and out as the circuits change over. So currently I've got 6 items in the thing. So if we go up to, say, stone, for instance, and I want to get, I don't know, 4 stacks, and then you get you can also see over here that stone is not illuminated, so therefore it's not low. And this is the one that doesn't match the other side. Yeah, so if the light's on, low.
Right, yeah.
And then you can select whether or not the player is going to pick it up, in which case you stand here and the items flow into your inventory.
Yes.
Or if you don't want to do that, this is the bit that I'm a little bit unsure of, because I think the items go all the way over the water stream and possibly out the end. I haven't actually tested this fully. So we'll test it now anyway, while we got you here.
Okay.
So I'll put it to 8. This is the maximum number of stacks. And I know the player collection works, so I'll put it to the shulker box collection, which means that you can pick it up in a box and walk away with it.
Right.
And then this button here, you just basically bump that, and that runs the system.
Oh,
and
I see.
this particular hopper is all the way at the other end, so you'll never hear it. But if you were to come, but you can hear items, and they'll actually start to show up in this water stream that's just beside you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and hopefully, you'll start picking them up if you get too close. That's okay, it doesn't matter. And they will get picked up with hoppers underneath there now. And hopefully none of them, hopefully one, this is stone. Otherwise I've got something labelled wrong.
It does, yes, it is stone. Yep.
Yeah, and 2, none of them actually find their way to you. It means the hoppers pick them all up. And that looks like the light's gone out, which means the system has finished dispatching them. And then if we go down a level, we now have this light here activated, which is the shulker box needs filling or it's required.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So if you have your own shulker box, you can actually just put it against the piston. If you don't have your own shulker box, aka you forgot to bring one, press that button and I get a shulker box, and then that automatically fills the shulker boxes. It is 8 stacks, so it's probably going to take a wee while, so I'll talk to you about other things.
Shulker box, okay.
Yeah,
so
then
it's
once
not
the light goes out, then when the light goes out, there's 3 hoppers filling it, so it's as fast as I can kind of get it.
Yep.
When the light goes out, you can hit the brake box, and the box will be there just to pick up into your inventory. And this side is, do you have
I
some
see.
stone on you anymore? Or did you throw it all back in the water stream?
Yeah, no, it's all gone back.
Oh, okay. No,
Oh,
that's all
hang
good.
on 1 second. Now I have stone.
Oh, yeah, sweet. So just, if you just open the chest and just drop it in there, it'll vanish very quickly.
Yes, it did.
And then it gets fired out into the system and makes its way around.
And self sorts again. Oh,
yeah, and then puts it back into the storage again. So at the moment, I've only got the 6 items sorted.
Right.
Actually, that's a lie. I've actually got sorting now for a couple other items that I put in last night. But basically, yeah, that's it. That box is still filling. All my system's broken. I think it's still filling. I'm gonna come back to that.
It was
It does
8
take a while.
stacks, so.
Oh yeah, that's a wee while. So this is going to be this obviously stairwell's just me building it.
Yeah.
As you can see, I needed to turn down the water noise because it's very watery. And these are all the.
I have to admit, I'm not hearing a lot, but then I've got most of those turned off myself.
So the stone itself ends up over here somewhere back into these chests here, and
yes.
If you probably already been filtered through the system because you only throw a little bit in there because it's pretty quick. And we have a way up here. What do you like at climbing ladders?
Pretty mediocrely bad.
And I got and climbed the wrong side. Hold on.
Show off. Not only can you climb. Oh, hang on. Okay, it's all right. I figured it out.
So up here, so all of these, you can see the top water stream, and they all come in, and then they have to go through an item splitter, because if you put one item into a chest at a time, like a hopper delivers, it automatically goes to option A, like 1. Like that's just Minecraft mechanics, right?
Yes.
But so if you have like left and right, it'll always choose left. If you put in a stack, it'll go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. But if you put in one,
is that my left or Rowan's left?
It doesn't matter. It will always go to the same hopper. Yeah.
I just want to clarify because we did have issues with Rowan earlier.
Rowan did not lower his left and right. That is exactly right. Yes. So anyway, so that's what this other little weird-looking circuit does in the background. It basically, which you can't see running because there's no items going into any chests, but basically the lights will blink backwards and forwards like an indicator, and it will lock each hopper. It'll go lock, 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 and only allow it to flow into one side without every same item dispatch. So that, and the reason for that is because there's 4 droppers that feed every single set of items into the water stream.
Right.
So when you select 1 stack, for instance, each dropper gives you 16 items.
Yep.
Yeah. So that otherwise the timing circuit, it has to run for so long to give you 8 stacks out of 1 dropper.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And yeah, so all of these, and these 2 storage things right at the end double the capacity, so they got 32 double chests in them. Won't go too far because this is quite high and you will probably die if you hit the ground.
That's right. I've been looking forward to getting my new birthday armor at some point.
So as you see, the water comes and sorts them, and then they all go into this 1 chest, which gets split to the 2 chests, which then gets split to another 2 chests. So each item gets split to get into the tower.
Oh, it's split down through, and that's purely just to sort them into their.
It's to get them evenly dispatched into the chest. Otherwise, I just have 1 chest full of stone and nothing else, and therefore the hoppers don't work. The timing doesn't work, and you don't get a whole stack.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then so here carefully.
It's quite a good view from up here.
Yes, there's lots of good views around this place. Ladders are down here. As long as you jump into the middle of the ladders, you should be sweet because they will treat it as a whole ladder the way it works.
Yeah.
You won't fall through the center.
Whee.
You can fall off the left and right, but you shouldn't be able to fall through the center.
Mate.
And then over here, so this here will keep going around the walls. And these ones here are these ones are going to sort grass blocks, diorite, whatever I've got. These blocks here basically, but they're unpolished versions of them. and that's what these chests will sort off the stream, and then you'll be able to climb up through here somewhere. I'm gonna get shot by a skeleton. I know he missed me. He's trying.
He's definitely given it a good go.
Yeah. And then the second stream, there is another stream further up there.
That one.
That will be, that'll sort onto the next tier. So there's 3 rows of water streams. The top one goes to the big main hoppers. The next one will go to this stuff, and then you'll be able to go up again here type thing to another layer, which will have more chests. And it will probably just go in off in terms of how popular the items are.
Right, okay.
Because this is, apart from the big 8 central storage things, none of the other ones have got a dispatch sort of function. It's manual. You want a stack of diorite, go get it, you know?
Go get it, yep.
But if you've got an inventory full of junk from mining, you just go, oh, dump all my inventory, and it'll get sorted, and you can go find some stuff later.
I mean, that's so much, that's me to a T, let's face it.
Yeah.
You know, I just...
That's the idea.
Pockets are full.
Yeah, and that's the idea of it. And the piece de resistance, which I actually already have on, but hold on. I'll just turn it off.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's a Maxwell Smart kind of...
That's the idea, right?
Yeah. Ding,
and of course, it's still lit from the side, so I'm hoping to keep this as dark as possible inside here. So it's all made out of slabs and non-spawnable blocks, and that's why there's so much carpet up the top.
Yes.
Because I don't want to light it. Everything has carpet on it where I can. Everything is made of slabs where I can. Yeah, just to try to stop the mobs from spawning.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So I can keep this as dark as possible, so when I come up to it, it'll be a big dark warehouse, and you'll flick the lights and they'll just turn on.
Just turn on and just go.
Just
I like
clunk,
it.
clunk, clunk, clunk. And that's, like, I don't have to use pistons to make them turn on, but I want the clunk noise. I want that mechanical clunk, 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 like shit's happening.
Yeah.
And this is, I wanted to do this lighting like that in your realm, in that downstairs one of mine.
Oh,
that big storage thing. But I didn't have the time, or actually I didn't have the space. Was another thing. I built it too close to the layer before. So yeah, as you can see, it's middle of the night. There's bugger all torches around here. Yeah, there's a lot of glowstone, but there's bugger all torches, and we don't get a lot of mobs up here. Occasionally you find like a skeleton or creeper. That's about it. Now, yeah, the light's turned off now. So if I hit the break shulker box,
there's lots of mobs down
there, and you get a well, they don't have very much anywhere to go.
Yeah.
And if we open this, moment of truth, I have almost 8 stacks, and I suspect you had something along the lines of 26.
There was,
no,
I think
18
there was
blocks
roughly 32, I think it was, when I had a look.
Yeah, you probably had a couple in your inventory, and then maybe. Did you have 32, did you think?
I'm pretty sure it said 32.
Okay, I have to check that. There is a bug at one point where it gives you a stack and 8. Oh, there's an Enderman down there. I wouldn't bother looking at him. He may come and smack you up, but I normally don't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that. Can't remember exactly. 32. Yes. So anyway, so that's kind of this. Now the sun's almost down. What have you? Your sun's almost up again. You saw all the tree farm, eh? I showed you that with Matthew, eh? No, you wouldn't have been able to, because you won't be able to get in there.
So, not the tree farm. The last thing we saw was the where you're killing off the your roller coaster in the sky, basically.
Oh yes, okay, right.
Your iron farm.
Yes,
they were the words that I was trying to.
Yeah, that's okay. Can I show you my tree farm? So that's the orange and grey building that's over there in the distance, if your render distance is fair enough. Uh-oh, that's me. Oops, soz. You probably can't come up here because I'm all on slabs. I've angered an Enderman, basically.
I can hear that.
Yeah. There you go. I can hear him.
Yeah, he's still frustrated somewhere.
He'll be underneath my build. He won't be able to get up here because this is all slabs and he can't teleport to slabs. Hi. I wonder if he can get down there. I'm gonna shoot you with... Oh, I can't shoot him with my bow because he just teleports away from my bow.
Oh, there he is. He's...
He's really grumpy.
He is.
I think I might have to go down there and just deal with him. Oh, he's teleporting away. He'll get up here. Oh, here he is. Hi.
He can't be that angry. He's... Or maybe that's another one.
Maybe. Oh, he's a spider. Anyway, there's a bunch of mobs. I'm just trying to think how to get... one, I don't want this Enderman annoying me on my journey. And two, I'm trying to think how to get you to the tree farm. Oh no, I know how to do it. I know how to do it.